see us there. I don't see us there. Oh, there we are.
Hey, there we are.
Oh, I probably have to turn this down so we don't.
Yeah, it'd be like when you call the radio station, they tell you to turn the radio off because there's a delay. And they're like, oh, I can hear myself talking, but it's not quite lined up. So you really confuse yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, how's everybody doing tonight?
Hello.
We are here at WWII Central.
Wait, what?
WWII Studios.
Don't call us that.
Yeah, oh, not Central. WWII Studios. We're here talking Xfiles Season 6, Episode 3, Triangle, which we just watched and tweeted along with a bunch of folks. And hashtag XF rewatch Triangle. You could see ours and a whole bunch of other people's little comments and photos and GIFs and all that kind of fun stuff. Love it. Love it.
Hashtag XF Blue Balls.
XF Blue Balls. I love you, Scully. Scully, I love you. Oh, brother. It's featured in our latest video, Xfiles on Ice. Now that Disney owns Xfiles, we're predicting an Ice-capade show and a Broadway musical in the future for the Xfiles. And
they can do their musical episode. They have something to draw upon.
It probably will not be David and Jillian if they do those two projects.
No?
No, I don't think so. Right? Maybe. I mean, I would hope.
David can sing now.
I think it'd be funny to see David and Jillian singing on ice skate.
Hey guys.
What's up? Hey.
No, we did so we did Sunday this week because tomorrow night before we started doing these streams, I got these tickets to go see this thing. I'm gonna film everything as long as they let me. This thing that we've been trying to get tickets to every year. It's this great jack-o'-lantern
5 years
thing.
we wanted to go to this.
Tickets sell out really fast. You have to get them way in advance or else, and then you can't refund them. But like Tarrytown, Sleepy Hollow has these like insane amount of like pumpkin displays they have like set up with like jack-o'-lanterns called like the Great Jack-o'-lantern something or other. I don't know.
It puts Charlie Brown's Great Pumpkin to shame.
Yeah, it's not like the Great Pumpkin. You go and they're just like, I don't know. Apparently it's really, really cool. And I've been like seeing all these like news reports on it. And
I think they have like 7,000 pumpkins carved into jack-o'-lanterns.
7,000 jack-o'-lanterns.
And then they put them in sculptures and do all kinds of pictures with the pumpkins.
But since we're already going to be there, I'm going to do another ghost hunting video. Because it's like Sleepy Hollow.
Another?
Well, I haven't released the.
I was gonna say they haven't seen.
You guys haven't seen the first one I made because I haven't edited because I've been working on the Disney on Ice thing.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna release the alternate Disney on Ice at some point.
Yeah, you can do that if you want. If you really, really want to.
I'll wait like another day just to raise expectations and
raise.
I did one on my own kind of Disney on Ice using a jib jab ice capade. You did it the
cheap way.
And
the hair isn't right.
David and Jillian's
on
headshots.
It's funny.
It works
but it's
on some
ridiculous.
level. And it's just me singing.
Yeah.
And it's less of a story. It's just a couple, like 3 or 4 lines from the show.
Yeah.
It's much less. And then I found
you just put like
it's like a commercial.
Walt didn't really because the lines don't make complete and total sense. Oh wait, sorry, I'm just retweeting this on WWII. Walt didn't really like the lines are just thrown in. They don't really like tell a story. And I you liked it. I wanted ours to tell. I wanted to tell a little bit of a story, have a little bit of an arc.
And you put all that work. I mean, 4 or 5 days.
Yeah,
all day, like a full-time job's worth of work, a week of work.
Yeah, it took me a long time.
Getting Mulder and Scully animated.
It took a long time.
Those pictures somebody took for us, or you found the pictures online?
Those were the pictures of the dolls from the toy site.
Right.
Like those were
from
the
site.
official toy.
And then you can add the eyes, you can add the lips.
You can like make alterations to their mouth, and you can make their heads move and stuff. Like you can animate a photo by putting like all these different points and bones and it takes
almost like the motion capture.
Yeah.
Right. You put the points. Like, you ever see Andy Serkis, one of those guys? They put the outfit on.
It's just like that. You put the point, you put it around their eyes. Like
actually, Karen Carnival had to do that.
The little balls. That's right for Planet of the Apes.
Yeah. She did do just the voice, right? She had the whole motion capture thing.
Oh, you have something in Salt Lake called Pumpkin Nights. So this is something I like I said, we haven't I've been trying to go to, and I'm like, oh, we gotta go, and then I realized we're doing streams But we didn't start doing the Monday night rewatches until after we had already gotten tickets. So I was like, if we switch these out, we're not going to be able to go.
Although it's going to be tough.
They won't change them.
It's going to be tough to top.
Wait, I'm just letting you know.
It's going to be tough to top the Vancouver haunted train with X-Files scene with a bearded Mulder and a Scully, who I think may have had a beard too, but was in the dark. And when you put the flashlights on them, but you just saw flashlights coming up, and we're like, oh my god, it was X-Files. We didn't know they had X-Files scene, right? Were we expecting it? I don't think we knew.
We didn't know Mulder and Scully were going to come out. No,
right?
We did not know, and some of it was.
It was an alien.
I don't know. If it was intentionally influenced by the X-Files, because I think it just when we saw the baby in the crib and William, I was like, what? That wasn't really William, but hey, Don.
Hey, Don. What's up? Da 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 da.
I liked our animation.
So Don, this is how the beginning of another year goes when Davis plays it. It's also the da 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 da.
He does like a whole dance to that now. Well, David does a whole dance.
I don't know. Another year has come.
And then he does like a jump.
Yeah.
It's exciting when he jumps.
Yeah. Sebastian does.
Oh, it's different. I don't know if you can hear any of this, but it's probably moving the microphone
where
around.
It's much more. Davis does more like sing, sing, sing. Sebastian does.
I'm pretty sure I have a video of his dance of the whole thing. Well, I'm pretty sure they're on some of my concert videos.
This video is actually a drum lesson. So if you're tuning in right now, we're going to teach you how to play different versions of.
You don't really play
the
drums.
Opening Another Year drum solo.
Play drums
as per. I play a little bit. Is that your toe?
No.
I thought you were playing footsies with me. It's the electric cord. it was like warm on my toe. I'm like, wait, you're wearing shoes.
I remember watching this episode. They really teased us with this whole thing. With all the promos, they showed us a clip in the promos of Mulder saying, I love you. And they also, they had a radio promo that said that too. Because I heard it on the radio and I was like, wait, he said, I love you. And they showed us like almost leaning into the kiss. So then we were thinking, no, we weren't going to get a kiss at all. And they gave us a kiss, but it was in this alternate timeline of back in time universe. It's not quite sure what it is. Or dream. We don't know what it is. It's unexplained.
Now, at the time, we didn't know it was going to be one big jerk around.
Took drumming in high school.
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
I knew something wasn't going to happen because they had already teased us for that previous summer. This was like 3 episodes into season 6.
Don't say when you watch this episode.
Like season 5, and then we had Fight the Future, and then we had this.
So
when you watched it, you're like, oh, they're going to tease us again.
Right now, the shippers and the MSR types, which I think we both are on some level, feel jilted and bitter.
I felt jilted. I felt like, okay,
continuity issues
made a
were
little
there.
bit of progress. At least they didn't
moments.
kiss. They didn't kiss for real.
She pretended to whisper in his ear, "Sweet nothings."
Said that before drumming high school. We didn't stay with it. Oh, okay, that's okay. My rhythm is really bad at times, although it's not horrible. There are people with worse rhythm.
Who? Oh, you?
Than me, yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's a few.
It's good enough to get me by as a singer.
No, you think you do all right.
And not for dance. But.
You're not hip to like some syncopations, maybe, and jazz and stuff. But I think you do better than most white people with rhythm. I don't want to be racist, but whenever I hear like jazz or even hip hop, and all of a sudden it's like, let's clap on the one because we're gonna be like we're listening to country no matter what we're listening to. And that drives me nuts.
Yeah. All right, we're not gonna have you beatbox because that's
what
bass
word?
Drum.
Bass drum?
Bass drum.
Oh, and like marching band.
Oh.
That's a good workout there, though, right? Boom, boom.
Yay, Funny Ginger.
Hey! Funny Ginger was the one who requested Disney on Ice, right? So. Ginger, was it funny?
You loved Triangle Shipping was great, but that wasn't why I loved this. The long shots are so creative. The Wizard of Oz, Nazis is clever. Yeah. What's funny is like
I'm playing the triangle.
we had this Nazi, Nazis in this episode, and we're watching the new season of Man in the High Castle.
Oh yeah, that was
and
funny.
I'm just kind of overdosed on Nazis right now because we've been watching this, and season 2. I don't know if you guys watched the show at all. Season 2. Oh, hey, Kate. Season 2 aired before the whole Charlottesville thing. So after, and we watched it, season 1 and 2 of Man in the High Castle, which is, like this other alternate universe. Mm-hmm. There's several universes, but the main one takes place in a universe where, Nazis are controlling most of the U.S. and the eastern states. And after Charlottesville, and we saw real Nazis come out, I'm like, homegrown Nazis. I'm like, this is creepy because the opening sequence is creepy as heck. So now it's like 10 times creepier. Without getting too political, it's creepy. It's Edelweiss, but it's very creepy the way they sing it. And then we're like, let's watch Triangles. Now there's
no Christopher Plummer.
Now there's now there's more Nazis.
How many times did Mitch say ass in this episode? Saving your ass, gonna kick your
Scully
ass.
Said ass too.
A lot of cursing in this episode.
And Mulder almost cursed.
He says bitch early on. They barely get shit out.
He didn't get it out. He said, shh.
But I was gonna say with Mitch saying ass, like I kick your ass, save your ass. I kept thinking he was auditioning for Red Foreman in that '70s show. I'm gonna
foot up my ass.
Put my foot up your ass. Yeah, and even the way he said it, the German Skinner could have been Red Foreman. Yeah, exactly. This there could have a drinking game. Every time you hear a word that you wouldn't say to a 4-year-old. Ass, bitch, shit.
Magnets, bitch.
Magnets, biatch. Yeah, die Starline.
So it's just like I think I need a break from Nazis after all this.
It's a lot. It's.
No, actually, particularly that last episode of Man in the High Castle was like,
I didn't have a problem in the past watching this episode of Man in the High Castle.
No, I didn't.
Not this episode. This season
was really that last episode we saw just before we watched this.
It was a little rough.
It was really scary.
And they do a scene in New York where that's basically in front of Trump Tower. If you know the New York layout in New York,
I don't know if it's exactly.
Well, it's a little. It's like the side street on if you're on 60th Street.
It resembles,
but it's the globe in front of the Trump Tower, which is a copy of the one in Corona Park from the World's Fair. Only it says like Nazi, Third Reich, whatever, instead of whatever it says. And but it's basically kind of right in front of Trump Tower. Columbus Circle.
That was done on purpose.
It is so done on purpose.
Totally. But before, I don't feel like because it was like their last season 2 was released in February 2016. So it means it was filmed before the Trump election. Mm-hmm. So this is filmed after. Anything we saw was filmed before the election. Yes. Guttenfahrt. I just wanted to say that.
Guttenfahrt, Asphalt, Asphalt.
And the Devil's Triangle. They kept bringing this up, and all I keep thinking of Mitch McConnell having a creepy.
Hey, how cool is it to have Mitch back on Twitter today? He said he's only going to be here for a day.
He was only there.
He came here to say R.I.P. to Scott.
Yeah, because that was he wanted
sad.
to say.
God bless. Great actor.
She was there under better circumstances, great actor. And he's only here for today. So totally understand that, Mitch. And we're sorry everyone that loved and. Feeling the loss of this great actor.
Yeah,
seemed like a really, really good guy overall.
And this is a guy who's been around forever.
A fan favorite on Walking Dead. He was in the X-Files.
But since Walking Dead, I feel like he showed up everywhere.
He did. Like he did a lot of cons with
made him a household name. He did a lot of cons
with Mitch and that whole group, Dom's whole group of people. They're pretty close with him.
Oh, right.
So that's why
he's a good dude.
With him. He did a lot of Comic Cons with them. So
we should say with this episode, because I'm going to try to be better today about talking about the episode, because I always get off and start talking about everything else.
We do.
But this episode, maybe more than any other episode in the series, is something every film student needs to watch. The shot with Scully. They said it's not exactly one long shot, but they did have to do a couple edits to make it look like one whole long shot.
You mean the split screen?
No. The Scully and FBI building following her, the single cam shot.
Oh, right.
No, they said it's not exactly a single cam shot. They did make some cuts just because they had to. There were setups they had to do.
No, you can't.
But some of the setups, the elevator doesn't actually move. There were a couple setups where the elevator doors would close, and while she's in there pacing, they were shifting around, and then she'd go out and oh, somebody new, and then they closed again. Right. There were a couple that were just so too much had to change, and they had to stop and start and weave that together somehow. You still
make it look like it's been it's very easy to do that.
But that, and then what you're talking about,
film.
all the split screen stuff, very Lucas at times. The Lucas wipes.
Yeah, Star Wars. Yeah, another one.
Yeah.
He didn't say ass. Didn't he say "Get your asses out of here"? God bless America. Did he say that? Didn't Skinner say?
God bless America. Now get your asses out of here. Yeah, I save your ass. And orders, I'm going to kick your ass. On the way out of the hospital, he says it one more time. I'm going to kick your ass, Mulder, or something like that, And you see my meme?
Film school, completely agree. It's great, Kate. I didn't know you went to film school either. That's awesome.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it's a great, the
pace of the whole thing, the whole sequence. I thought overall,
and
it's always there's a lot of action. There's never any down moment in this episode.
Anna Marie said one thing at one point about it being dark at one point. And everybody complains about the kiss,
visually dark.
Yeah,
I complain about it too.
But
you can't see it.
But we waited all that time. You can't see that stuff.
That wasn't the time to do it.
No,
that was
and they're in LA now, so there was less of that when they moved to LA.
And poor Mulder is wet the whole episode.
Yeah, that's how we like our Mulder.
So this is how I like him. My Mulder, wet and beaten up.
Yeah, he's moist.
We're going back to Jamaica.
Hey man, Kirsch man. Is that what Don said? Hey, it's Kirsch man.
Well, Kirsch, picked up the West Indian accent.
Yeah. He could have been the one singing "You Got to Kiss the Girl."
That would have been a little racist, don't you think?
No, maybe. But that's the look at the end. That's Mulder's look. He feels he's got the stinger to prove he got the right hook because he kissed Scully. Yeah. And there's that look at the end. I like to go backwards.
No, he gives this look like I kissed her.
He loves her. In that
he really
moment.
does.
I
think, he wasn't drunk.
Is that the first time? In the movie, there's moments where he clearly cares about her.
I quit now. They win and all this.
Jump her bones if she had the opportunity. But that was one of the first looks that really has that boyish, innocent, just pure love moment that he has for her.
I only kiss in the dark.
I kiss
You're working
my
on something new. Cool. Well, let us know what it
night.
is, Kate.
What?
Kate's working on something new.
Working on something new?
Yeah, you focused on writing. So we had this really good really good networking meetup with a lot of writers.
Hey, remember less is more.
Because I'm not a very good writer, but I like making videos and obviously films, but like short film type stuff. And I can write some musical parodies and stuff like that. But we went to there was just at an industry event on the New York Comic Con schedule, and we're like, oh, we go. And 90% of it were like comic book writers or animators or illustrators. So
it was cool.
It wasn't really it was really neat meeting those connections, but it's better for someone who's in filmmaking or writing to actually.
Well, the whole time I kept
There's
thinking.
One other YouTuber there that I met. And he's like, yeah, I thought it was something else too.
Well, we should have talked more about this because we kept talking about we're actors.
Talking about Duchovniaks.
We're Duchovniaks, but we're actors.
Why are you here?
We're just here to network, and I was kind of in my mode like I'm gonna help these kids out because I'm a little more fearless. And hey, I'm Walter. What do you do? What do you do?
Yeah.
I'm an actor. I didn't know what I was getting into. I don't have any business cards, and I kept thinking like all weekend. Oh, like as I was promoting this, especially today, I was like, hey, we're gonna do this thing today. He says. I should have talked more about our blogging more.
I tried a couple times when I was with you.
See, that's why we should have gone our different directions more. I think you probably get more out. And I hogged the conversation.
Yeah. But anyways.
I
you have 3 degrees. Holy cow.
Wow. I usually have 3 degrees of separation.
Right? Oh, okay.
But... Wait, counterterrorism, psychology, and filmmaking? So you're going to be the next Tom Clancy?
Yeah. Sounds good to me. I
love it. You see, I think I wish, how cool would it be just to always be in school and never start working, never have to go to work. And all our lives, we want to get out of school. Stuff. We get sick of school. And ever since leaving school, I miss
Learning.
being in school.
Well, yeah, because you didn't really
Things made more sense.
have to work.
No, you're
kind of
learning. And even when it's hard, there's a clear-cut goal. And when you get that, when you finish that, it's just clear. You know what I mean?
Then things start to get all go in different directions than you expected.
Mm-hmm. Oh, cool. Oh, wow. We got some writers.
There's that song from Avenue Q, I Wish I Could Go Back to College, because things were just so different then. Such a beautiful song.
Yeah.
It's sad, though, when you watch, it's such a campy show, but then you watch that song and it's so sad.
Yeah.
Avenue Q, look it up. Yeah. Look it up on YouTube. I think that's the name of the song. I Wish I Could Go Back to College. But it reminds me of that a little bit.
We get Animal House. Oh, yeah.
I
did a gig once at the Greenwich Country Club, real swanky place. It was a 50th birthday party and an anniversary with the husband and wife, and they did up the Greenwich Country Club to look like the Animal House frat party. There was toilet paper everywhere. They had the convertible out front, and they just trashed the joint. And you would drive up, and I got to be Belushi in a toga.
Oh,
so I'm in a toga at the party.
Song.
What is it?
Kate Monster sings that. Yeah.
I Wish I Could Go Back to College. Yeah. But the filmmaking in this, there's a wonderful love moment to this one.
What I would give to live in a dorm with a meal plan again.
The Lone Gunman. This is one of those episodes that has, especially in season 6 is one of those episodes that kind of says let's just give them everything they've wanted the past 6 years before we move forward, kind of moment, and then to follow this up with Dreamland 1 and 2 has a lot of great kind of eggs and they
really upped the ante on their whole teasing the shippers, because they made almost every other episode, or every episode they put a little something in there for shippers, but then they turn around and were like, what are you talking about? Mulder and Scully aren't going to get together. We can't have that. That's going to ruin the show. Like, what? Doesn't ruin a show. They're like, oh, we have to keep them apart.
Well, they technically can't be partners if they're dating.
Oh, that's an urban legend.
And if they start texting each other, then Trump will have to fire them.
This is back in the 90s. Before that, during that time, Trump was doing his thing.
I wanted to work in TV writing, and I still think it could be cool.
So what do we think at the end of the episode? I think it was perfect. I actually think it was perfect. I think it was perfect.
Wrapping it up as the Wizard of Oz, I think just makes sense.
With Mulder and the bruise, and that smile was just so well played.
And I forgot Mitch even said,
my dog Toto. Oh, that's just my favorite lines by Mitch. He's so funny.
He's hilarious.
He's such a funny comedic actor.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's underrated in that department.
Well, he's also got the presence.
So good. He just delivers those lines.
Where are they taking Reggie moment? He's got the presence and the talent.
The way it's
that he could steal a show in a second. He's just so powerful of a performer, and what a gem, And I talked to him briefly, DM'd him on Twitter to say, hey, it's good to have you back. He said, yeah, I'm probably going to go away. I just want to chime
FBI, in. Married Asian couples, it's only TV, they can't date. Yeah, that's what I thought. I think most agencies you could hook up technically with your partner.
They could be married.
You know what? That's a fanfic thing, too. They would love to put that on fanfic. It makes that much more dangerous when Mulder and Scully actually do get together.
Kate, but correct me if I'm not right. They could be married and both be agents, but they wouldn't be partnered.
Oh, I don't know about that.
They would not send a married couple into the field together.
That's what I was thinking.
Unless it's some kind of undercover thing.
Because they almost kiss in Fight the Future. Is that because they aren't partners anymore since she already quit? Because they feel like it's safe at that point, and he was really trying to get her not to leave. Some people had said it's not like Mulder was using that to manipulate Scully.
What?
Yeah, I didn't like that at all.
Genuine.
That was a lot of chatter on the Haven or one of the other reports. They were like, "Oh, he was using that to manipulate her." I'm like, "No, he really wanted to kiss her to get her from not quitting."
Look what happens in the pilot.
Exactly.
Those moments in the pilot where she's kind of blushing in the car. She's finding him charming. She's finding him cute a little bit.
Yeah, but that was really early on.
That's early on.
Like 2 episodes later, she is rolling her eyes.
I was going to say, it's hard to make these arguments with a Chris Carter continuity genius But yeah, so
Chris Carter, continuity genius.
Skip ahead
CCCG.
to movie where they have those moments. And what movie is it? Actually, movie.
Kate met a married Asian couple assigned together. You grilled them about it, really?
Really? So that's why after that, they're like, fuck you, FCC. FUCC. Hashtag FUCC. We know the deal. I always thought. It
makes for good fanfic material because they're not allowed.
And that raises the stakes.
Goes right up there with the FBI ball.
Yeah. And Mulder wouldn't want to jeopardize.
This is like the missing scene.
That's right. The missing ball? We're not talking about that again. How we get there? No, we're not going there again.
I never said anything.
We're not going about the missing ball again.
The missing scene.
Well, you said missing ball.
No, I said the FBI ball.
Oh, the FBI ball. Yeah. I thought you said the missing ball.
Ball.
We did that for way too much time last week.
I'm
not embarrassed.
You just took it there.
I took it there.
I just said the FBI ball, the missing scene. You heard me saying that. You heard me say the FBI ball, missing ball. I said the missing FBI missing scene, and all you heard was missing ball. The FBI ball, like the policeman ball. But
I understand.
Yeah, like the ball. But is there really a ball? I wonder if there is a ball, because in fanfic
I had that line in that one sketch.
FBI balls.
Remember that line in the sketch I did?
Yeah.
It says,
you don't have
we're
balls.
NYPD Blue. We're NYPD.
We stole that joke from Spiro.
We don't have balls.
Yeah.
We did steal that from Spiro. Yeah.
But it was really a joke. It was a story.
Yeah.
Yeah. XF blue balls. Let the ball go. Thank you. Don't drop the ball.
We're gonna move. Well, that's the problem. You have to send
something to report something to HR so it won't affect the job if you break up. But yeah, it's allowed.
I think it was when I was in school. I was
like
called
Quantico, they're couples, and the down doesn't really bother them. Doesn't seem to stop them from hooking up when that show's done. There's another. I feel like what's another show that I saw? It's like FBI. Is it like
there's a new show, FBI opening.
Law and Order?
Nah, but it is from Dick Wolf.
Okay.
Yeah. No, the
you wanted to
you know what cracked me up
FBI
tonight?
Ball, freaking Mulder and Scully dance. They went to the school reunion ball.
That's right. Together?
No, with in Rain King. They went to that high school. Well, they weren't really dancing.
It wasn't their ball.
No, but it was a ball. So this is like 2 dances they've been to, right? Plus the postmodern Prometheus, they danced as if they were at a ball.
That's season 5, right?
4, I believe. Right?
I think it's 5.
You sure?
I'm not good at this stuff at all.
Pretty sure it's 5.
But for some reason, that's in my head is 5.
Pretty sure it's 5.
Somebody correct me on this one. That's funny. I was gonna say one of the things that you cracked me up because I never heard Thor's. I never heard Thor's hammer as Thor's hammer. I thought it was a German name.
Yeah.
So and I saw you over here doing
actually Thor's hammer
with Thor hanging up his hammer,
and you're laughing at me.
Wait, no, Thor's hammer is the name of the guy.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, and I didn't make the connection. That was the code name. That actually was Thor's hammer.
Thor's hammer. Yeah.
I thought it was like Thor's Himmel. Yeah, I thought you were talking about Himmler. Himmel, the guy that's actually that's now the Reichsmaster.
Yeah.
That's leading the Third Reich.
Yeah.
And I made a horrible Nazi joke today on Facebook.
I don't want to know.
No, there's
I'm so tired of Nazis.
No. There's a news guy whose last name is Reich.
Yeah, I dated a guy with that last name.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, there's a video, and he's on MSNBC all the time. He's a Democratic commentator and strategist, a lawyer. And somebody posted a video, and he was making a case for something. And I commented, says, oh, wow, that's the Third Reich movie I've seen today.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I think I saw that. And
on Paige Barr. Paige's post. Yeah, sorry, Paige. You're probably not watching. Yeah, that was a groaner. I thought that was a great groaner.
The Freakers Ball. She's Silverstein.
The Freakers Ball. Oh, Shel Silverstein. Is that a Shel Silverstein book?
Is it a book? Or is it a movie made from the Shel Silverstein?
It is season 5. Thank you. And
okay, I'm sorry. Mulder's hair looked very similar both seasons, so I really just go by hair.
Yeah. You think you go by hair the way he goes by hair? They all look the same.
They don't look the same.
He noticed
Mulder's
I had a
hair changes quite a bit.
I'm not to bring that up again. But what are we doing at?
Greg Reich. Reich. We call him Reich.
Reich.
Call him Reich.
Reich. He's a Reichmaster.
Yeah.
Meister.
That's my
right.
boyfriend.
That's how
My
the
high
Germans
school
would say it.
boyfriend.
Wow. So you dated a Nazi?
I hope not.
Grandkid? The Rain King. I do want to talk.
I still had his picture.
If you haven't picked it up yet,
I saved it for a while.
You've met him before. I got to meet Joe Harris for the first time this weekend.
Oh yeah, he's great.
At the New York Comic Con. I met a lot of great people at New York Comic Con.
I met him.
Love more networking.
He is awesome.
Nice guy.
Super nice guy.
Yeah, good looking guy.
Yeah, really good looking
guy. Very talented. And if you haven't picked up, I know a lot of people. I haven't read a single comic. I haven't listened to any of the audiobooks. I own the audiobooks. I'm not a comic book guy, and now I want to go back and read the Xfiles comics because he sold me on the Millennium comic. He sold me. God bless his heart. And I was like, but the way he described it.
It was good though.
Here's the premise. There's a character that Scully mentions. No spoilers in the pilot of the Xfiles. The Xfiles pilot.
Oh he explained this to us.
When they ask, have you heard of Agent Mulder? She says, "Oh yeah, the study of such and such a case is a regular at Quantico, or I think it was at Quantico.
Spooky.
Spooky. He's known as Spooky, and his
some
nickname.
Of his colleagues would refer to him as.
But
Spooky.
his profile of a particular
Scully's hair
criminal. And anybody knows the real trivia, you could hog it up. Anyway, Joe brings this character. It's kind of like what's the episode that in the first season where they have another one of his where the lizard arm and the
lizard arm.
Well, the doctor's growing body parts using lizard DNA and the eye and all that stuff. But his one of his nemesis.
Are you talking about the season 8 episode?
No. The season 1 episode where his nemesis is younger now, but he got out of prison and they recognize him by the eye. He's younger because the doctor did experiments on him. The
Barnett character?
Barnett, yeah.
Okay.
It rings very similar to the Barnett episode where a former somebody that Mulder helped put in jail is now getting out of prison and is up for parole. He didn't escape like Barnett, but he's up for parole. And there's this whole thing but it's a Millennium story, but it's Frank Black and Mulder.
Mulder's in it.
They're like sidekicks. They're partners.
Mm-hmm.
Mulder is still in the FBI. Frank Black is out there, and I've only got about halfway through, but it is intense. It's freaking amazingly written and drawn. It's beautifully drawn, and it's as good or anything in 20 years from Xfiles, Millennium, or anything. Like the content is really good. And
I liked the season 10 comics.
You had read them?
I read like maybe the first few, but then I kind of wasn't really into the comic. I'm not really a comic book person.
Yeah.
But at some point I want to do some videos that would do like kind of like recaps on these comic books
fun.
And show you guys that show you guys a little bit what the comic book stories go into. They're different from what we actually got in the real season 10.
Right.
Completely different.
Well, this book is very
alternate
dark.
Stories, yeah.
It's much darker.
Yeah.
There's no MSR banter or any of that stuff,
Well,
it's Frank and Mulder.
Well, you lost us all.
What? Well, no, I know, but no.
MSR.
But
Come
I'm saying
you gotta have MSR.
Pure drama, pure storytelling. Frank and Mulder going after a very scary dude. And it is intense. It's just, and it's beautifully written, beautifully drawn. It's really well done.
You like the audiobooks, but you don't like John or Doggett and Ray's voices. Yeah, I haven't listened to those.
I haven't gotten into them yet. I started to, and I thought they were going to be more like radio plays, not just like audio books. I was expecting more like a radio play.
Right.
And I enjoyed it. And some of Mitch's parts I got into a little bit, and I want to. I just started doing more audiobooks recently. With David's books especially, I love them when I'm driving. So I think I'm going to start getting into. I have them. I bought them. I've showed my support.
If you had to pick, what would your favorite episode be?
Of
the Xfiles?
All-time Xfiles?
Yeah, all-time. Well, I like the whole Anasazi, Blessing Way, and Paperclip. I like that whole arc, the trio, the trilogy episodes. 3 might be my favorite.
That's like the first movie.
Yeah.
That's like the first of about 10 X-Files type movies.
And then I
these
like the
two-parters,
first, the
three-parters.
2-parters at the beginning of season 6.
The Tunguska
Sorry,
was great.
no, season 7.
Which is the one where he goes with Krychek to China or
That's
Hong Kong?
the one we watched like 2 weeks ago.
No, that's Tunguska. The other one where they go and
yeah, the
Krychek,
early ones. Yeah, and he
before
shoots
it's the
girl.
last Krychek
yeah,
episodes.
Yeah, he shoots the girl. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Right.
You always ask me these things as if I'm
I'm
a walking
so bad.
encyclopedia.
But those are always great.
But
And the ones
those
where
ones he likes.
where Mitch gets shot, where Skinner gets shot. That sequence I find amazing, and I always love the well manicured man. So anytime he's involved, there's just certain characters.
Anasazi, Leslie Wayne, the Paperclip, that little trilogy is like really, really good.
I love conspiracy. I love the alien stuff.
Standalone is tough because there's so many good standalone episodes.
Right. Yeah, as soon as I say I have a favorite, and it shifts because there's so many episodes. I think there are episodes like Clive Barker that is freaking amazing.
Clive
Bruckman. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's amazing, but I've seen it so often. I don't need to see it anytime. Clyde, yeah. I don't need to see it anytime soon, right?
Mountain.
Yeah, I
don't like.
I love Dwayne Barry.
I don't like Dwayne Barry.
No, I think Dwayne Barry is great.
It's okay.
I love that actor.
I don't like that Scully gets taken and thrown in
rough.
the trunk.
It's
and
vicious.
It's hard to watch.
Yeah, I mean that's scary stuff.
And Clyde Bruckman is standalone episode that everybody loves, but it's not my favorite one. I don't know why everybody. I
think because you've seen it so many times.
That's the one that David said is a superior script.
Yeah. It's a great script.
And it's just
and there's some genius moments in there.
It is. There's it's definitely well acted. It just the story is weird.
Who's the other soothsayer in that the goofy kind of TV fortune teller?
Stop asking me things that I don't know.
By the way, he kind
not Chappie.
Yeah, I think the great Chappie.
The guy who passed away.
Did he just pass away?
Yeah.
No, the main guy just passed away.
No.
Well, that was a while ago.
No.
Anywho, we're trivia experts.
No, that actor that played the
goofy one,
the psychic, talking about
the goofy one.
Yeah,
not Peter Boyle.
No, not Peter Boyle.
Oh, okay.
That guy.
What a great actor that was too. Oh my god.
The Cancer Arc is your personal favorite.
Cancer Arc is amazing.
Oh yeah, the Redux episode. Those two are
Redux 2.
Yeah, those two are good.
That whole sequence leading up to it.
I love that because
Leonard Betts,
the monologue that Mulder gives in the boardroom before the guy gets up and shoots himself, goes back and shoots him. Blevins, section chief.
Well, yeah, they both get a good monologue.
He gets up
Scully's,
and he runs out and he shoots himself.
Scully's
and
stalling.
Well, they show Scully getting her last rites pretty much because she's going to die by the priest, and it just goes back and forth, and it's so.
I'm confusing with the one in Tunguska.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, but they kind of mirror each other.
It's so hard to watch.
We don't know where Mulder is. We don't know how she's.
But
doing.
I love his monologue. It's really well acted.
Yeah, there's so many great moments in the show, and again, you always had the problem with the old days with 24 episodes. Not every minute's a gem, but I think even the worst episodes that you never see. When I finally see them, I said, I understand why I haven't seen this in 20 years now, but I'm glad I did because it's fresh. There's so much content. We must have 220 hours worth of content now, maybe more than that. I think it was 200 hours. Well, not with commercials, but 220 episodes plus 2 movies. And now you add the comic books and then the audio stuff, and and there's just so much content.
I think the audiobooks are based on the comics, so. No Jurisdiction has. Is that the same monologue? Yeah, you're. I think you're mixing up the monologue from Terma.
There's a few.
Scully's.
Yeah, but Scully has one in the small room in a conference room at some point too, I think. But yeah, in that moment I was. But they mirror each other a little bit, and then the other one comes in at the
There's
last
one
minute.
where she's in there with them and she says that he shot himself, right?
Yeah, right.
But he didn't, and they think that
I
he's
love those
dead.
episodes.
And then he shows up, and that's when he shows up in the
That's the bounty hunter, right?
the hospital room. No,
when he ends up in the Arctic.
Season 4. Walter.
That's
Four, where they they show him, and he's got tears, and they say he died from a self-apparent gunshot wound to the head. And then that's when her nose starts bleeding. She goes to the hospital, and then Mulder shows up, and he shows up at the hospital, and Skinner says, "You look pretty good for a dead man." And then Skinner like physically removes him. They're like getting a fight.
I think Kate's right.
What?
No government agency has jurisdiction over the truth.
Yeah, you may have said that. I forget his exact lines, but there is really.
No, I remember that line, and that's one of those lines I feel like I've heard like paraphrased a dozen times in the last 2 years at some way, and it's weird. That's why it's kind of I think it's weird to watch Man in the High Castle right now the same way. Anything post-apocalyptic right now, it just seems too possible.
I'm okay with the zombie stuff.
Handmaid's Tale. The zombie stuff's more fantastical. It's easier to deal with. It's more real.
And there's a restaurant in St. Augustine called Milagro. I couldn't bring myself to eat there. That's funny.
The Beanfield? I love those ones. Yeah.
He does. Like Skinner physically removes him from Scully's hospital room. It says that she's done. What's wrong with her? He says she's dying, and he's like physically moves her out, and he's like, "Get off me!" And they're like, he has to take him in because basically they thought he was dead. They identified the body. She identified a body of a man that was not him. So,
I think Riley, to your question, doubling back a little bit, I think it's easier to come up with 4 or 5 episodes I just don't like. Rather than I don't know, and even that's hard. But there's so many episodes. There's so many great episodes. Oh, pardon me. And
bless you.
And you have millions and millions of fans. And I think because we had this bond over the internet from day one, from early on at least. We've known people through the internet more. It's probably easier for us all to stay friends because we're not in the same room all the time. If we were all, getting together all the time, we probably get annoyed each other. But we get together just enough that we continue to be friends. And
really?
we have to deal with each other all the time. But we have all these thousands and millions of people that love this show. We have this common bond. And we come together every once in a while and have some drinks and laugh about what we love about the show. And, there's so many ways to talk about the show.
There's a small handful that you don't like. There are some that I just, if they come on, I'm like, oh, I can't like this episode. I will watch it because it's just not a good episode. Like I'll watch Clyde Brockman, but like I said, it's not my favorite.
Now that I have pictures of David and I in a dress hugging, I have more and more people coming up to me saying, "Oh, I didn't know you liked the X-Files. David Duchovny. I love the X-Files. I love Californication." I have people coming up to me.
Wait, what?
That I never knew were fans.
What are you talking about?
Ever since since Montreal, I've had more and more people come up to me.
From where? Where? In the grocery store?
No. Friends at the church.
Wait, church?
At church, somebody. It was like in the middle of the service too. A couple weeks ago.
How did they saw your photos online?
Yeah, one of those singers, and she
Okay.
turns around and says, "Oh, I saw that David Duchovny." And says, "Well, he knows my name. I don't want to make too much of it because
Yeah, he knows my name.
I
gave him my social security number.
I'm more mascot than friend. His people have my cell number.
He's got my bank account number.
His people have my information.
His people have my people who know other people.
I sent Brad the video.
He knows people that know people that know people that know people that might know me.
Oh, you guys might get a kick out of this. I sent Brad the video in a DM. Don't talk about it.
I'm kicking you. Yeah, don't talk about it.
It's funny. It's funny.
It's okay.
Okay. We're good. When you see me in the land, I'll share the story. But he enjoyed it. So
he liked it.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I've been sneezing all day. I've been like in that season changing. Something's gonna kill me, or like take me cold wise, and I had a little too much chocolate this week. I know better. When it gets cold, I always want more comfort food. I am allergic, but I love it. So I end up eating a little more
People
chocolate.
came
so I
up
just
to
get
you
sick.
and talked about you and David and didn't compliment your dress. How rude! You were hot in that dress.
Oh no, I get a lot of compliments in the dress. Thank you.
I agree.
I get a lot of compliments in that dress. What I always joke about it, I like to demonstrate what happened.
Mm-hmm.
I like to we're cascading prom picture, and he
I'm
pulls
so tired
me
of hearing
in.
about this.
I know you are. You're just jealous.
No, I'm just like
Jelly,
it's like the
jelly,
Italian
jelly.
story.
David loves me. Oh, never mind. Okay, I'm done. So, but it's a funny story. I mean, he pulls me in.
Just look at him and let him talk because he doesn't ever stop talking.
He knows how to put his hand in the small of your back and pull it.
I thought he was gonna, when the way you just demonstrated your hand, he knows how he put his hand. You did it like this. No, he did it like this.
I got a big ass.
It just doesn't look
you have
like.
to scoop my ass up.
It looked like he was grabbing your ball.
I wasn't pulling a trunk.
No. What? Stop bringing out that guy's name.
Sorry.
Yes,
I don't mean to ruin the day. I'm sorry.
There's no place in this.
I shall cleanse myself. Any
other comments, questions, concerns about the episode? Still 90s there. Well, it's been hot here too.
Yeah.
Hot. I agree. Walt looked hot in that dress.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I think I need to wear that dress more often. I think when I go to formal.
You should wear it now.
Cross-dressing is becoming more and more acceptable. Mm-hmm. And I know I was never really into it.
You really want to wear it, or are you just joking?
I'm semi-joking. It was quite comfortable. Mm-hmm. I was nervous. Like, am I going to be okay with this? Once I put it on, I'm like, yeah, I'm okay.
It's not too bad.
It was cool. It breathed.
Even looked at you weird. You were
I think it was pretty much all, like, mostly cotton. It had a little stretch to it. So
a lot of air.
Yeah, it breathed very well. You definitely want to wear something down there because if it rides up, there's just not. I mean, it's pretty low cut, and
you finally get to go to the FBI ball.
Yeah. It might drop. Years, but
speaking of dropping balls, get back to the episode.
Yeah. I dropped the ball a few times on the episode, so yeah, it's still in the 90s here. That's right. Oh, but that's not a bad thing. Yeah, so 1998, 20 years ago. Oh, the cell phone scene where Mulder, I'm sorry, where Skinner and Scully are talking on the cell phone. They end up being right next to each other. And I thought you need to wear a sequin dress. I know. If I had a sequin dress that fit me, most of the sequin dresses don't fit me as well. I'm just so glad I found a 5X that really stretched to me. It's so hard to fit, like, dress my size well.
We're not going to tell you what it is. He has a costume he's going to wear for Orlando, and we still need to make sure he's going to fit into it.
I'm going to the pool again tomorrow.
Okay.
I've been eating a lot of fruit and veggies.
Because it's a little tight right now.
I definitely have lost a couple pounds.
Okay.
Since I tried it on the first time. I feel good.
Okay.
I feel good. I'm worried about, we're going to go down south for about a week and a half before, and we're going to have barbecue. So I just got to keep walking.
Skip the barbecue.
And I gotta do some pool. Got to do the pool. And I got to look good. I look good. I'm a little bloated right now because I had some pork chops right before the episode. And but it was pretty lean. It was grilled meat. I had like this big pork loin that I grilled.
Is it this big?
It was 4 pounds of pork.
Okay, that's a lot.
Al Martin asked me to adopt him. I told him.
This is a comedy club owner.
Yeah. He sent out the
because of the pork loin.
Because of the pork loin, I said I got to go. I have to put 4 pounds of pork.
How do we get back on food?
It always ends up on food. Always ends up on food.
You gotta get your figure so you can actually, play Scully in the Disney on Ice.
I can't skate.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's the only problem. I'll do the voiceover. I can be David's like vocal dummy.
That kind of takes like the funny part out of you being Scully.
Yeah, I'm gonna post mine because I really love the vocals. You think they're flat? I think they're bluesy. I like the vocals on mine. They're not as good. Although I have to say, not to brag, but what I really loved about the process. In addition, I'm just so impressed with your animation on that video. We literally, Larice pulled all these quotes together and then wrote a little bit of that little monologue about baby daddy.
Pull them together. I tried to make a story arc.
Yeah.
Abbreviated.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to.
You pulled the quotes together.
Yours
were just like
I'm not trying to
together.
But
I tried to make an arc.
Yeah. I'm not trying to degrade that at all. I thought it was brilliantly arranged.
Yeah. No, I was like thinking, well, what should I do?
But I just had a piece of paper. It was even on the computer of lines.
Yeah, I know, and you could tell when they sang it. That's why it didn't make sense, because it was like just random lines being sung.
No, I'm talking about your version.
No, I'm saying yours.
Oh yeah, no, I'm talking about your version. What I love about it, I just started playing some music, and we virtually improvised.
Oh, we do that all the time with the
barbecue music
sauce. Okay.
You know, oh
Barbecue
yeah,
sauce.
Savannah, here we come.
No calories.
No calories. And it's funny, I actually cook pork, and I like pork sometimes where if it's seasoned right and it's cooked right,
again. Go back to what
you
you
don't need the sauce. Oh yeah. So I just started playing some chords, and you started singing, and I started singing, and there were a couple stopped like 2 or 3 takes, but we really didn't rehearse. We just kind of, okay, this is kind of what we're doing, and then we did it again, and we just threw it down in about an hour or so. We recorded that whole thing. And then the next day we re-recorded the last part because we there was a little flat.
I wrote down all the lyrics.
Yeah, we just had to coordinate on that last chord a little bit.
And then I told him to play some minor, and then switch back to major chords, and then as played some chords, like let's just play some minor chords.
Yeah,
kind of like tragic chords.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, just play some, and I'll sing something over it.
Just a fun process.
And then you were like, "Oh no, what do I do? I don't know what I'm doing." And I was like, "Just play something minor." And then he did that. And I was like, okay, now switch to major because it's supposed to be a little happier. And then it would switch. I was like, there we go. And then we have like a transition. That's how it works.
I was a little anxious.
Baby daddy thing killed me. I laughed so hard.
And then that's an example of the improv.
A frustration.
In jazz improv? Oh, go ahead.
A big, like, WTD was... Who's the daddy?
Oh, who's the daddy?
Was the abbreviation. And
who's the daddy?
During that time, all of season 8 and 9. Even 9. I guess after 8 we knew about it, but they didn't officially confirm it from Mulder and Scully until
I think David, Jillian, and Bill need to do a sketch.
Until the truth
with Maury Povich.
The truth.
Sorry.
And what would happen was WTD was it was pretty well known that just stood for who's the daddy.
Oh, back then.
Yes.
Ah.
Because people were so annoyed because they knew it was Mulder's, and then the episode when he returned and didn't even really talk about it with her, and he was like, "Oh, well, I'm happy for you," and she
you can't handle the truth.
Yeah. She was like, "Oh, I'm having a baby." She was like pregnant, just like talking to him, and that was awkward. And people were angry, saying, "We need to play." And then there was "my baby, your baby." They kept saying that.
Yeah.
And everyone just, it was like WTD, who's the daddy? They would just start abbreviating that.
You know what? To be fair,
they're like, I'm so tired of the 8 WTD storyline.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a big thing. Who's the daddy? Who's the daddy? And then they wanted to like stretch it out, and they didn't even really confirm it until Existence.
I was gonna say.
And then Existence happened. And they kind of confirmed it, I guess, but not until the truth at the end of season 9 did he say, "My son, our son." Because before it was like "my baby, your baby." It was so annoying. Oh, hey, Billy.
Hey. So, but it
was
to be fair, most guys they see a pregnant woman and they don't want to say what's up with the baby in case they're not pregnant. He didn't want to say, "Jillian, you're fat," or "Scully, you're fat," so he just avoided talking about the baby altogether. And he didn't know if she actually was pregnant.
Look, she said.
Oh, okay. That theory is out the door.
Yeah, she said. And the lone gunman made that kind of assumption at some point. That
it was Mulder's?
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of rude.
Yeah, they made an assumption. Well, this week on Ricky Lake, WTD.
That's what I'm saying.
Is it Mulder? Is it Skinner? Is it the alien from Apartment?
Mulder, Scully, and CSM need to go on Maury. And we can do another Jimmy Kimmel sketch.
Well, they brought it back.
Yeah.
They brought back WTD.
Yeah.
Well, no, they said they just changed it. They said the daddy is Smoking Man's.
William can go on Maury.
In my mind, it is Mulder's. That is fake news.
Or William's angry, so he's on Dr. Phil. He's like an angry teen on Dr. Phil.
He already is an angry teen.
Yeah, he's got to be on Dr. Phil as an angry teen. And then he's like, "Well, we have a surprise for you. We have your grandfather, but it turns out he might be your daddy." But William knows the truth.
She starts crying in the hospital, and it's like, "We have to find him." Skinner gives it a look, goes, "I'm pregnant." But that was a hint. They didn't come out and say it.
Mm-hmm.
And when he came back, he wasn't acting He did the my baby, your baby's fine. My baby's this, your baby's that. You don't say that when you're the father and you know you're the father. Why would you say my baby, your baby? Like, oh, your baby is this. It's your baby, not my baby. Your baby.
But you always knew if Mulder,
awful. They kept saying that, like to pretend who's the father. Then Skinner asks him. He confronts him. I want to talk about the paternity of Scully's baby. Scully's baby's fine. That's her business. Like they completely avoid it.
Maybe that's the whole thing in season 11. Them fighting all the time. It's like Mulder. If you don't do the right thing, I'm going to kick your ass.
Cash me outside. How about that? Cash me outside. How about that? Cash me outside. How about that? William's like, cash me outside. How about that? CSM.
So the show's not without its flaws. That's what we're saying.
Cash me outside. He says that to his dad.
Chris Carter is
William
not
actually
a
says that
person.
to his dad. William is because what's her name? Danielle Bergoli.
Right. Well, I have to say, this episode is one of those like so
Cash
many.
Me outside. How about that, Dad?
Who is that? Oh, is that one of the
girl that said
people?
that on Dr. Phil and it went viral.
Oh, is that the one?
Yeah, now she makes rap videos.
Oh God! Oh, you showed me her. Oh
yeah.
God! Yeah.
Little emo boy clothes.
It's Cartman did it first. Yeah, that's the South Park episode where Cartman dresses up as a girl.
Whatever.
Like, I'm gonna do what I want.
I do what I want. Yeah. Yep. Pretty much. That's
out of control teen.
Whatever. I do what I want. That was so great.
Oh my God.
Little emo boy clothes.
Good times.
Emo William.
Oh, you got there. Oh yeah. I still want to see
Problem
more.
child.
We were talking to some people that are in the producing side of things at this
people
networking
that we met
event.
at the comic.
Yeah, and they were pretty convinced everything's over, but I still think something's come. It might be a little bit.
What are you talking about?
More, I think there's more X-Files.
I don't think so.
I think we're going to get something.
I don't think we're getting anything. I did ask Joe if he had something coming up, and he said he wasn't allowed to talk about it. So I'm not quite sure what he is doing.
Yeah, he has some big announcement coming.
He has something coming up.
Yeah.
Could be like more audiobooks.
Right.
I don't know. He said he wasn't allowed to talk about it. So
sell it to Disney. Let them do it.
We got a video interview with him, and then we ended up talking to him.
Oh my God, what a great dude. We should have kept the camera going.
Well, we didn't because I think you guys were both a little bit uptight with the camera.
Yeah.
And then I stopped rolling, and then you guys both relaxed and talk, and I was like, "Oh."
Yeah.
But I'll post we had like a little
conversation.
interview. Yeah, I feel like he chilled out a little bit.
Well, a lot of that was him selling me on Millennium too.
Yeah.
And when he was telling me the setup of Millennium, I was
skinny
like,
jeans.
Oh, Joe Harris's skinny jeans?
No,
Mulder?
William.
Oh, William's skinny jeans, yeah. I can't do
skinny
skinny jeans.
And he'll guy liner, put on the guy liner.
Yeah.
And like completely bleach his like make his hair completely black.
Mm-hmm.
Look like a young Billy Joe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do some kind of spin-off. He goes back and he picks up God, I forget her character name, but West, and they have like a spin-off show.
Oh,
William and West's character.
the girlfriend's friend, the character she played on the show.
The sister, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
No, not the sister.
Was she? Oh, she was a friend.
Yeah, she was a friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, he and West are gonna have like a spin-off, and
she didn't like him. She was like, "You're with this loser."
Yeah, but that'll be good. That'll be good for the this weird kind of.
She was mad. Her friend gave him the time of day.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe you're talking to him. You're too much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was missing some guy liner. He needed some guy liner.
Mm-hmm. I think everybody on the show is going to wear guy liner. She'll have guy liner. He'll have guy liner. Everyone has guy liner. Why is it guy liner? Like a girls wear it, they don't call it girl liner. It's kind of sexist. It's just liner.
Well, the pirates wear it.
It's just liner.
Johnny Depp.
It's just liner. Why does it have to be guy liner?
Jack Sparrow.
Yeah. Like strong female characters. They're just strong characters.
I think we have something else coming. I don't see it happening for a while.
No.
We got in the whole conversations which prompted the Disney on Ice discussion, which prompted the whole video, was that Disney probably is not going to just let it go. I don't see them just letting it go.
Mm-mm.
I can't. They don't. They won't. Green Day at the intro. Exactly.
Yeah, there's only so much money you can make just collecting royalties on what's out there.
Yeah.
You know, although
if they do for X-Files what they did for Star Wars,
yeah,
I would be okay with that.
The universe,
as long as they involve them. Yeah.
There's an interesting universe, and there's a real untold, unfinished story with the mythology. You know, there's a lot there.
Of questions that what did happen to those super soldiers?
Yeah.
Where are they?
And Disney would have the money to do it right.
Do they still go flying into the rock?
Or animated.
I don't know if they have the money to do it right, but they might have the money to do it slightly better.
Could you imagine them doing an animated prequel
at this point,
or in-between show? What happened in the in-between years? Like a Clone Wars kind of thing. You know, they could start. They
have all these like Marvel cartoons now that they're producing.
Yeah,
so many Marvel. Cartoons
Star Wars too.
That are doing through Disney. Yeah, and
they're
Star
doing
Wars
a third Star Wars series now. I think.
Yeah.
There's a third major series.
They're doing.
Yeah.
That book that the Women of the Galaxy, all these characters, they had how many female characters?
75 female characters.
75 female characters.
Illustrated by all women.
Yeah, all done by women.
And a woman from the Nerdist is the author of the editorial stuff.
They created. It was. We went to a panel.
It was a powerful panel.
The Women of the Galaxy panel, and they're talking about the book. I do want to pick it up because it looked pretty cool. But they created
original artwork.
Yeah.
Based on these characters from the movies and the animated and the books in some cases that are really not in the movies. So some of them, they're probably characters if you know the books, which I really don't. But
they look like anime characters a little bit. They
well, a lot of the one they kept talking about is a major character in the animated series.
Yeah,
she's huge.
That makes sense.
Yeah, she's.
They could do that with Xfiles. They could do not specifically Women of the Galaxy, but they could do an animated series. I wouldn't put it. Yeah,
I have a hard time reading what's going on.
Depression. What was because of depression? Mulder and Scully broke up, or you mean William? William being emo?
Lone Gunmen, where are they now? What was because of depression? Oh, because William was depressed.
William or Mulder? Mulder, well, they said during the episode that he was depressed, and then Scully just up and left. She didn't eat his food and stuff. Oh, why they break? Yeah. Sveta said that. Sveta. Before she blew up.
They could have a TED spinoff.
What?
And put it on, it'll be like on YouTube or Netflix. It'll just be Joel McHale doing fake news reports about what's going, like little 10, 15-minute segments. Almost like a Adult Swim.
His little conspiracy videos.
Yeah. Yeah, it would just be a whole series
of gunmen are dead. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be like a big parody of Alex Jones.
Yeah,
basically.
Langley's in the internet.
Yeah.
He uploaded his consciousness. He's still there. Listen to the Ramones.
There's so much potential, though. I mean, you could.
There's stuff. There's plenty to be told. It just, I don't know if they're gonna make it on that level again without completely rebooting it.
That's my biggest fear.
I feel like they'll take it and they'll completely reboot it. Like if they're going to make it a major television series, it would take a couple of years, like you said, Kate. And I think they would reboot it. They could do a spinoff with William because he's almost like a mutant. He's basically a superhero. He's got powers.
Now Disney does a lot better than NBC.
But now it's kind of they do pretty good with that.
Like NBC brings back their old heroes, Bionic Woman, Knight Rider.
So I think for TV shows, based on what I've seen on television in recent years, DC has been doing better with superheroes than Disney. For TV, major network TV shows, I like Gotham.
But Disney owns DC too, don't they? Oh no, maybe not.
No,
maybe not.
That's WB, right?
You mean better TV shows or better?
Better TV. I don't like Shield. I like CW has Arrow and all this other stuff. I'm saying for TV shows, DC Comics.
Yeah, but if you include the Netflix stuff, which I know you don't watch it.
I'm not including that.
Or Gifted or Legion and the Runaways. Like the writing, the acting, like DC. I mean, the DC stuff is fun.
Gotham is still better than all those shows. Like a lot
Gotham's
of shows.
Pretty good. Gotham's pretty good.
And I like
the CW stuff is fun.
I like Arrow. Okay, so the beginning Arrow was really good, but then it kind of went like after the third season, I kind of lost.
They do capture DC well.
I thought Flash was great.
Flash is okay,
and I still think Supergirl's better than a lot of.
I love Supergirl.
Marvel,
but it's not
Agents
a great
Shield.
I take it back. Supergirl is actually not a bad show.
Some advice. We'll talk about email.
Yeah. Spender. There's that interesting in this episode how
Spender gave him the shot that made him a real boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's superhero William has 2 girlfriends. Xfiles men with Professor Skinner. Like Professor X.
Mm.
That's another thing. Spender came and like his face was all mutated, and he gave William that shot.
Right.
That was supposedly saved him and made him normal.
Mm-hmm.
He's still not normal. That those people, super soldiers, are
still
still
the same actor,
coming
right?
after.
Yeah.
And then he came back in season 11, and then the super soldiers are still after him.
Mm-hmm. You know, the problem with X-Files,
Patrick Stewart like Skinner.
You almost have to reboot it. And I don't think you'd reboot it with a new Mulder Scully. I think you would have the X-Files continues kind of thing.
Mulder could still be around, like, probably more than
Redux.
Skywalker was, I would hope.
And Mulder could come back and be like the new Skinner, or be like the new lone gunman, and be like the supportive character.
He could be.
I mean, I would rather it be the Mulder. Before I get in trouble with people, I would rather it be David, Gillian.
Well, yeah. We'd all rather.
I thought season 11 was
great.
great.
She's done. It doesn't sound like it's going to happen
and
without her.
I think season 10 sucked.
And nobody wants Mulder without
too
Scully.
Many away. Yeah.
Nobody wants Mulder without Scully.
Right.
So.
I mean, and I know people have problems with season 11 with the baby daddy issue, but generally speaking, from a writing, directing, acting standpoint,
we say this every week.
I know, and to me, it's painful because if season 10 was better, I think we'd have a season 12.
Will Scully stays home raising the new baby, William?
Wilhelmina, it's a girl.
William could be a good babysitter, the emo babysitter son.
That would be a funny show. That would be. They do a comedy.
Anyone try to mess with him, he blows them up or like makes their head explode.
X-Files Generations.
Don't mess with this baby. I'll make your head explode.
Yeah. And Skinner turns out to have an illegitimate kid out there, and they start doing stuff.
Nobody is okay with Mulder without Scully. I agree. Or Scully without Mulder. Yeah. It's just bad. It's not good when you deeply miss the other one when you watch one of them without the other.
There's so much you could do right now.
And
if you really went into, they try to kind of make it not too obvious that they're doing it around Trump and today's deep state and all that. But if they wanted to really dig deep and write some serious TV, they could bring the show back and really show deep state, because they had deep state 20 years ago, and really show. I thought they pulled the punches a little bit, obviously, until what do they call the new First Elder wannabe guy, the new big guy? What was his character's?
The one that Mulder shot in the head.
Yeah,
he shot him.
Like they wiped out a whole new syndicate, so it's like there's a wrap up.
He's gone.
But there's this. In the post-24, the post-Homeland, I think there's a good hunger for good spy conspiracy, basically do Homeland with aliens, and make it, you still have Monster of the Week, but do a 6-week arc that really deals with the mythology.
That's what we originally thought that season 10 was going to be. And then we found out they were just getting 1 and 2, like the first and the last were going to be mythology, and that was it. And then we found the same thing about season 10, although season 11, although season 11 incorporated it in a little bit better. Anyways, you do feel the absence of one character from the other, even when they split them up during the series, like during an episode when they're too split up and they're not together. The whole episode just drives me crazy. Right. All you had to do was put them together, and the season was great. And that's what season 11 got right most of the time. Season 10 messed that up quite a bit. Because they kept separating them.
Because they were together most of the time. When you do separate them, it's okay.
Yeah.
For a couple seconds.
It's okay. And just not the whole episode where Mulder goes off on his mushroom trip.
Right.
You wish Jillian would agree for another few seasons. No, she's done. I think she's done. She sounds done. The Wizard World panel we saw her at, she sounded like completely done.
Remember what she said after season 10?
I think she
wasn't as definitive. But she said that one line, like, you guys sound like you assume there's another season coming.
Right. That was different.
It was more
That was a tease.
But it pissed me off.
No, I
I
think
really was angry when she said that. Because as much as I didn't love moments of season 10, I really wanted more. I
well, they
still
did.
was
They
in
left
tears.
us with the cliffhanger that they
Yeah.
wrote themselves in the corner to, which wasn't the best idea because they didn't write themselves out of it
I was
properly.
cursing out Chris Carter that night in 2016.
Maybe another
5
movie.
minutes left. I'm like,
The thing is,
you're not going to do this to us.
maybe another movie. The thing is with the movies is I don't know if they're going to get a green light because it's easier and more.
It's too much money.
Yeah, it's a lot of money to do movies. It's so hard to make money in movies, like without giving it the budget that you need to make it good the way you want it to be. Back then, you don't really see TV shows making series unless it's a completely different series. There are some that kind of tie into TV shows, like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Feeds into the movies a little bit, but the problem is it's not. If you see a TV series like The Flash, you get a separate Flash movie. It's not the same. It's not the TV series continued through the movie. So it's different from when they made the Fight the Future movies. And even the Star Trek is different.
Yeah.
They have the new Star Trek now.
Right.
The new TV series. It's completely different from the movie. The movies.
Well, they totally rebooted Star Trek.
Right.
You know, this.
That's what I'm saying. It's completely different. It's not. They're not going to take this same Mulder and Scully and go and make a movie. I don't think.
Although the Star Trek, they do kind of say it's an alternate.
Right, it's
timeline.
An alternate, yeah, it's alternate.
You know, the Romulans came back and changed the history.
Right.
Which gave us our current storyline. But it's still a reboot, like with different actors. You know,
like
it's basically a completely different show.
The problem with 10, what they tried to do too much, the older style, where they didn't have the episode count. No. And there was filler episodes. Because, like, as if they had 22 episodes.
Well, I think the bigger problem with season 10, I've said this 1,000 times too. You know, season 11, they basically just did season 5. You know what I mean? They put them back together, and there's some mythology.
No, season 5 was excellent.
Well, no, it was like season 11.
Wasn't anything like season 5.
No, but I'm saying they took it back. No, what I mean by that, they're back to being agents working together in their uniforms, doing their thing. Monster of the Week, a couple mythology things, but they basically took the X-Files back. Season 10, I felt like what they ended up doing.
Oh, I thought you were talking about season 10. You're talking about
no, season 11.
Oh, season 11
season
was better.
10, they felt the need to justify certain things. They probably had to justify certain things, and they just did a terrible job of transitioning into where they ended up in season 11 finally.
I liked most of season 11.
Yeah.
I have to say. I did like most of it.
I think it's perfect.
I don't think it's perfect. It's not without fault, but I definitely enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I felt there were a lot of
Mulder.
It was all filler episodes, 2 episodes of actual content. Yeah, exactly.
Actually, I actually like, what was the second one with the kids? Season 10.
I see a whole episode based on Mulder being Mr. Mom.
The Founder's Mutation. I kind of liked Founder's Mutation. I liked... Founder's Mutation could actually go into glass. You know what I mean? Like it could live in all these other universes almost.
Mutants.
Yeah, it was almost like it was X-Men. It was.
So if you had Mulder, the thing is, it left. If they had finished the series at the end of season 8 with Existence, it really looked like Mulder was going to be Mr. Mom. But then the series went on. I wish I kind of, even though I wanted more, I wish it had ended right there.
You could have gotten like a
dishwashing. At the time, I wanted more. I'm glad we got more. It just was the perfect ending.
He could have started a band.
They leave. Yeah, it could have started a band.
He watches the kids while Scully
I don't know.
works.
I don't know if he could go and do a band if he's busy, babysitting.
No. Scully has the kid at night.
She has to sleep at night.
Well, no, he'll be home. But I mean, he babysits. I
don't think he would. I don't think
because she's a doctor. She goes to doctor.
Babies.
A couple nights a week. He needs to have a life.
No, like maybe one night a month.
Nah.
Yeah.
1 or 2 a week.
No, I don't think so.
You need to get out.
I don't think so.
Otherwise you go crazy.
The Were-Lizard was good too.
That was a great episode. But again,
exactly, it ended with a kiss,
and
it ended with a happy ending, and it had some really nice music, and they were holding their child.
More Mulder Scully.
Such a perfect ending. They got a happy ending, and it just finished there, and then the rest is history. But then Scully. Then the beginning of season 9 happened, and Mulder was just gone. Where is he going? Just gone.
Yeah, season 8 and 9 are kind of a blur to me. I haven't rewatched them at all.
Indiana Jones
in 15
in the
years. Right? Have we watched them at all in 15 years, season 8 and 9? Not really. I always remember the one with the lizard, with the other agent.
I watched them.
What was her name? The blonde agent that came
Leila
in.
Harrison. She's
Yeah.
named after a fanfic writer that passed away.
She passed away?
The fanfic writer did, yeah.
The blonde?
No, not the actress.
Oh.
The character was named after a fanfic writer
that
passed away. It was like a tribute.
Oh, why didn't I know that?
Yes, that's what her character. She did come back in season 9.
Mm-hmm. I never got into fanfic till we started doing the shows and started doing the readings. We should do more of those.
The kiss. I need to go cry in the corner.
I'm sorry.
That whole thing with Smokey Man being the dad and William not ever getting to see Scully. That leaves a sour taste in my mouth.
It's sad
that they didn't actually in the end. And then she's like, "Oh, I'm having another baby. I'm having another baby." Oh, forget it. He wasn't really mine or yours.
Yeah, we're gonna skip. We're just gonna skip forward. We're gonna move on and accept realities that we can't fight. We're gonna stop fighting the future and accept reality. We're just gonna throw away 25 years of theory.
Yes. What bugged me is that it takes place 2 days after the finale. That's so cruel. They had no time to enjoy that time together as new parents after they had that moment. 2 days later, he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Completely gone. He's in the shower getting ready to leave. Gone. Just gone. Where is he? Gone.
Gone, gone, gone. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Dun, 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 dun. Scully, Scully, I'm just gonna leave for no reason. The magnetite. We're starting another.
Well, that's what Doggett said. Mulder would not have just like up and left.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, oh, I need to protect you guys. Bye.
Yeah.
Well, what are you gonna do? You don't have the actor there.
Mm-hmm.
They could have just passed it off at that point.
Considering what happened in season 8 and 9, the fact that we got season 11 should be a blessing on some level.
I'm very happy.
You know what I mean? That it's a bonus.
I'm very happy we got season 10.
We're insatiable.
I'm not happy with the resolution, but I'm very happy that we got to see these characters again. How did he still have an apartment after this? There's so many weird questions like that. She had a fish.
Who got the waterbed?
She still had the goldfish.
Yeah.
Like, she was feeding the fish. Oh, let's keep paying his rent.
Is it the same fish? There's no way a goldfish lived that long.
He said they're missing Molly. One of them died. So, yeah, it makes it plausible.
Molly's the life
just
of the party.
in case it comes back to life, because I have a feeling Mulder has the ability to resurrect himself from the dead. So we're going to just keep paying his rent.
The plausible deniability is basically...
Whoa.
Plausible deniability is Chris Carter's continuity plan.
Molly the fish.
Molly Fish, yeah. We have a crossover with the Incredible Mr. Limpet remake. Which is it ended in season 8? Yeah, I'm so glad we got season 11 because I think there's some real gems in season 11. There's a couple gems, a couple minutes here and there, and Were Lizard. Maybe an hour and a half of gems in season 10. There's probably 8 hours of gems in season 11. And it's amazing we're here at all at this point.
I never expected to ever get them back.
Mm-mm.
And kind of the way the fandom has grown and grown and grown and grown
mm-hmm.
to where it was back like 2013, 2014.
Oh, we're just groaning now.
Yeah, not grown.
We've gotten bigger.
Expanded.
Yeah, I've expanded since then. I've grown at least 20-30% larger.
So they,
That's just me.
I think about going to the Xfiles panel New York Comic Con 2013. It was the 20-year anniversary, and it was packed. But I found it so rare to be around all these people that were actually fans, because I would talk to people like friends.
This Burrow paying their rent.
People younger than me, people my age, people a little older than me.
Kate's put a lot of thought into this.
What? Bureau's paying his rent. There's so many questions like that.
Yeah.
But I remember thinking, wow, it's so hard to find other people that are X-Files fans. And now I'm just so happy that the revival has brought a lot more people back to the fandom and connected us to the social media and the internet. And like, I can talk to all of you guys. Like, for the longest time, I knew like a few people that I met through Haven and going to like David events, and that was it. And now I like it to hang out with people. There's a handful of fan friends I see all the time in the city. So yeah, exactly, Kate.
I know what you do.
Super grateful we got more, but don't get me wrong. I just felt like the new stuff was more confusing.
Here's the show.
And the better resolution would have been good for me.
Here's the show.
What?
It's pre-2008. It's like 2006. And it's more of like a This Is Us kind of show. And it's about Mulder and Scully like shopping for their unremarkable house, you know, going house hunting. And they're going to parties with couple friends and they're just not fitting in. And, you know, every once in a while they bump into Skinner and people from work and they haven't seen in the scene, you know.
But they look a little older now. They're going to look a little bit too old.
Yeah, it's all right. It's TV.
2008.
And they got makeup and CGI and it's TV. We'll accept certain things. And they'll do like a whole season. And then they'll skip ahead for the next season. It'll be like 2009. And it'll be like a divorce thing. It'll be like all the new shows are like, you know, it's like 30 something in the millennium, you know, and it's just couples dealing with all this stuff. And then every once in a while there's an aliens dropping by or something like that. But it's really not X-Files anymore. It's like, you know, X-Files, the real story, you know.
This is going to be the animated Disney series.
Yeah. And they're like going to the country store.
Don't worry about the aging thing.
That's true. That'd be good. You know, they're going to the country store. They're living in the unremarkable house. And, you know, they got no good supermarkets anywhere near the house. They got to like drive 20 minutes to get groceries, you know, real world problems.
Got to drive a long way to get those sunflower seeds.
Yeah. X-Files, hashtag real world problems. Real world X-Files. X-Files real world. X-Files real world. They originally bought the house and there was like 20 roommates and then they ended up keeping it after the show was over.
Mulder would love that. Yeah. Those roommates would be gone within like
he still lived
20 minutes.
He slept on the couch. He never even
creep
used
them all out and they'd be out the door. They'd be like, what is with this guy? And they would leave. Mulder would be like trimming his nose hairs.
Yeah. But they'll show how Scully leaves him.
Trimming his nose hairs.
You know, they'll show Scully moving on. And
you're really on this.
I think
real world. I don't think that makes any sense.
It's This Is Us.
Doesn't make
X-Files does This Is Us.
No sense.
100%.
But I do like the idea of them coming back with a whole bunch of sunflower seeds, like a whole like the Costco box of sunflower seeds.
Works for me.
What are you looking at?
I don't know. I felt there was like a shadow or something, like something flying, but I think I got see spots because I'm getting old. Well, I hope you guys had a good time tonight. This is fun. I really enjoyed it. I hope we didn't lose too many by switching it from Monday to Sunday.
We will be back to Mondays next Monday.
We'll do Monday next week. So start thinking about what episodes you want to watch. I kind of want to do Dreamland because it's like I started to watch it for 2 seconds.
Dreamland's so good. I'll watch that.
Should we do Dreamland next week? You know, this bouncing around confuses me.
Mulder kept putting X tape on Windows, the real world house.
But now it's because there's a tornado coming. You know, it's like, is I thought X died. Yeah, there's a tornado coming. That's
the signal I put up to meet my informant.
That's right.
So you want to watch both Dreamland episodes?
I put the X in the window, and the mailman knows I have something to go out. Dreamland,
I love Dreamland because it's funny.
You know, if we do Sunday, we could do an earlier Sunday and get the Europeans involved.
I like Monday. I like Mondays.
Let's do Monday. Will 7 o'clock start?
I like Dreamland. I like Mondays. We can do an 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock start?
I still say 8 o'clock is better because, you know, people have to eat. And
West Coast can join us at 5. They're almost done with work.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Scully keeps removing the tape.
Just watch that.
She's breaking out the little razor, scraping off the extra little pieces.
I think them just like living together for a year after they went and when they first moved into the unremarkable house.
Yeah.
Just Mulder and you just call it Mulder and Scully.
Do a whole episode called The Toilet Seat.
Mulder and Scully. That's all you have to call it. Or Scully and Mulder.
That was my favorite moment, I think.
And that's the new series. It's like the spin-off romantic comedy.
In Acadia, my favorite thing, I think the favorite moment is when, you know, this is like the third time I've had to ask to leave the toilet seat down or something. It was really funny. Oh, yeah. That was after this episode, right? Technically. We went
Dreamland
backwards.
Monday night.
All right. Monday night. Deal. Next Monday night. So that's the 14th, right?
Mhm.
No. What's that? The 7th, the 8th?
Yeah, it's the
15th?
14th.
The 15th.
15th.
I think it's 15th.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
And then we're going to be in Atlanta the following week. We're going to be in Orlando the week after that.
Yeah.
So we can still watch on the internet.
You can still watch.
And we can do a big group. We're going to be with people in Orlando. We can, we'll still be at Karen's house that night.
The 29th?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to Universal that night.
During the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That day.
But at night we can watch it.
At night, I don't
Karen's
know. We
house.
may or may not be ghost hunting that night. I need to put some of these ghost hunting videos up. I have a whole vlog for New York Comic Con that has to be put up. And I have my first ghost hunting vlog, and then I'm going to do one tomorrow night of the jack-o'-lanterns. I'm doing a vlog.
Well, I gotta go. I have a lot of teaching to do the next week and a half. I have a lot of workshops to teach.
Yeah, get paid for all this somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Good night, Don.
I need more. Hey, it was fun.
Next Monday. Okay, I'm gonna definitely. Maybe I'll stream.
Savannah on the 30th.
Maybe I'll stream the jack-o'-lanterns.
Mm-hmm.
Savannah on the 30th. Yeah, we're thinking on the way back. We'll stop on the way back.
Yeah, I think we can stop, and then
on the way down, it's like we have to go to his parents and his brothers, and
I think if we drive early enough from Savannah, we can make it in one day. And if we have to, we pull over and get a space. But we're trying to make it back. Although if we're not coming back that Tuesday, I don't have to be back till Saturday. I was trying to get back Tuesday.
When Scully moves into Mulder time. I'm pretty sure they've done that. Well, because they were on the run.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I changed it up, but no, they were on the run for so long, and then eventually, I guess they got a house and they stopped running. They never really explained that. There's a whole lot that happened between the end of season 9, the truth, when they're out on the run, to Scully being a doctor working at the hospital and living in this unremarkable house.
It occurs to me
nothing. They live together.
It occurs to me we have more endings than Return of the King, Lord of the Rings.
Okay, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Lord of the Rings.
No, we think
I'm not a big fan.
Just when you think you're done, there's like, there's another.
No,
there's another
nobody
appendix.
knows what happened between the end of season 9 and the 2008 movie. Nobody knows.
That's the series.
Okay.
It'll be like the Clone Wars of the Rebels.
Nobody knows what happened between 2008 and season 10 either.
Kate can write it.
They broke up.
Kate can write it.
Mulder got depressed, and
you know
then Scully left.
You write down your questions, and then your script, answer your own questions.
I can, you know what? Give me a script, and I'll make the animated version of what happened after everything that happened after. Was it 2002?
The whole episode about bread getting moldy too quick.
You can do like the animated comic books almost. You're like. Mulder's like, hey, Scully, hey.
The kale is rotting.
I like the X on the wall.
Yeah.
The kale is rotting. No, the sunflower seeds are everywhere. She's got a whole trunk full of sunflower.
I don't want this Kafka-esque art on my wall.
Costco sunflower seeds. She walks into the house. She's like, what the heck? Pencils falling on her head. I told you to stop. I'm bored. You work all the time. I have to put food on this table. Someone in here has to work while you sit in your corner all
do they
day
ever mow?
And you look for stuff.
They have that huge yard.
It's like big, it's the Unremarkable House, which was in Man of the High Castle.
Yeah, that was funny.
They show it on like every Vancouver show. Challenge accepted.
Hey, we took the Disney on Ice, so yeah, and if you write it, we'll voice it.
We'll make it happen.
Yeah, we'll do. All right, I think that's what you got to do. You got to do like soap opera. This Is Us, Xfiles.
They're in New Mexico, right?
Mulder, Scully, This Is Us.
In New Mexico, and the truth ends, and then what happens after that?
Is that where they are in the hotel? That's New Mexico?
Yeah. Right? Wasn't it New Mexico?
End of Truth?
The end of the truth? What happened to the Mexico?
The Mexico?
Costco semi just delivers sunflowers. Guess what's that?
He got a pallet.
Pea pie?
He got a pallet. He's in the Sunflower Seeds of the Month Club. He gets a new box every month. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna conference call this.
Remember the Mulder and Scully Costco episode? Yeah. I always said they should have made a season 11 episode of just them going to Costco.
Mm-hmm. That's what we're gonna do.
We have all that property.
Oh, we got green screen. We get the Ken and Barbie doll, and we'll just do green screen. Or you can do the puppetry too, whatever you think is
Roswell,
easier.
okay.
Yeah. No, yeah, we're gonna have a good time. Yep, Roswell. Yeah, New Mexico, and so that maybe that's season 1. It's cross country, so it's like that was 2001, right? 2002. So 2003.
Because CSM took the missile to the face.
Yeah.
And they were in a hotel room, and
they're spooning,
and then it ended.
Yeah. So
maybe,
season 1.
Maybe there's hope, and then the morning they're on the run. But there were a lot of fanfics right after that were just about they're on the run.
So they
were on the run for a long. But how did they get to? So
season 1, Mulder, Scully, This Is Us, spooning on the run.
Whose name is the house in? Because Mulder lives there. Scully moved out. If we put it in Mulder's name, the FBI is going to find them.
Mm-hmm.
These are questions, Kate. More of these questions.
Robert DeCunny.
Robert DeCunny. That's who bought the house.
Mm-hmm. That's Mulder's.
They needed to go to IKEA. yes. Oh my God! If you write me a script for that, I'll animate them going to IKEA.
And you could slip chilies in there at some point.
He gets the beanbag. She's like, Mulder, I'm not getting a beanbag. I want a real couch, not a beanbag couch.
No futons.
We came home with a couch. It wasn't even a real couch. It was a beanbag couch.
You got a 200-year-old farmhouse. You can't put a futon in it.
And then, like, Mulder's trying to, like, put the furniture together because you can never assemble anything.
Well, out there, you got to go antiquing. It's like near Westminster, probably. Got to go antiquing in Westminster.
In Virginia?
Yeah. They're kind of like out in Virginia, West Virginia border.
Yeah, I mean, it's Vancouver area, but yeah.
Or where they filmed it, but I'm talking about
but I'm
where
thinking,
it's supposed
like,
to be.
Location-wise.
Yeah.
Where it's supposed to be.
And they wanted to hide from the FBI. Why would they come back to Virginia within a drive?
How did they get to a house, and why did they? And she got a job, so how do they not know where she lives? Mulder's going to be. They were both on the run, right? And they knew that, like, she escaped with him. They knew.
Yeah, at some point, maybe they figured they would.
He said they stopped looking for. They don't care anymore.
Yeah.
So they were just like, oh, forget it.
Yeah.
We were gonna like give him death by lethal injection, but it's okay. We'll let it go as long as he's out of our hair.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they said.
Mm-hmm.
But I still want to know whose name is on the house, whose name is on the deed of that house.
The real point here.
She moved out, and then she got another house.
Right. The real point here.
God.
The super soldiers are not good at following through.
Yes, we can make our own comic book series of these events.
Yeah.
I'll do like a digital animated comic.
Well, like a YouTube
version.
Series.
Well, yeah, digital animated comic.
Kate, you and Ginger, you're both film students or writers.
And then you can put the little speech bubbles.
Yeah.
And have a little bit of expression.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, what? Huh? That's it.
Do like stop motion. What do they call that?
No, I can still use the puppets or the.
If you kind of do the zoom and post.
Yeah, I can still use. I can use the same animated figures I have.
That's true. You could use those.
But then they're
pretty
have
good.
Those.
The expressions.
You have the little. And we can even voice those.
And they're all green screens. You just put behind you.
Just a couple expressions.
They can go to the forest. We have pictures of the unremarkable house.
Scully wasn't in trouble because she becomes an accomplice and she runs away with it. Yeah, she was an accomplice.
Mm-hmm.
That shit would sell. Yeah, well, then we'd have to like print them up and probably pay Fox.
Mm-hmm. The house has a little All in the Family.
If we do a video, we could call it a parody. I think if we printed it up, I don't know. I think Fox would come and say, "We need our money."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know if you can monetize it or not, but you can do it as a parody. See what they say about the video we just did.
I know, right?
Now that Disney, it's Disney now.
Well, it's 100% original music, so you can't say we even parodied the song.
Right.
They do it all the time with the superhero characters. Mm-hmm. They do parodies on SNL. They dress up as Disney princesses.
Right.
And do like a Disney sketch. Oh my God, all those creepy children's things.
Mm-hmm.
Those creepy superhero videos with all the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're not kids, they're adults dressed as kids. I don't know how they let those go. And they do like the action figure videos.
I'm ready to go. Yeah, if you write it, send it over.
I'm not kidding. Do it.
We'll voice it, animate it.
Look what I just
Mulder!
made. I just made a Disney on Ice.
Scully! Dagu!
Because I could sit here and go through every episode and do vlogs about it, but I'd rather just watch the episode than do a stream discussion about it. Because the vlogs take a long time to edit, and like when I do a vlog video, I want to put like some cutaways and some funny memes and stuff in between,
right?
Because of my style, so it's like easier for me to do this because I don't know. But then that makes it a little bit more creative if we have an actual script to animate or make comic books characters out of. Fair use of any alteration and our critique.
Yeah.
But then we'd be rich.
Just gotta
IKEA script. There you go. You cannot say that's really X-Files. Come on. It's parody.
Yeah, it's not X-Files.
Mulder and Scully go to IKEA. Parody. Fair use.
XY files, the married years. That's weird. XXY.
XYZ files.
XYZ. Yeah.
Mulder didn't zip up a zipper.
I think it's just call it Mulder, Scully, This Is Us.
Mulder and Scully.
Yeah. Mulder.
And it's the unremarkable house.
Or just call it MSR Revealed.
And we can do a Halloween episode. You can do a Thanksgiving episode. You can do a Christmas episode.
You can have a whole episode in a hotel when they finally say, Mulder, I need my space. I can't. We need a house. I'm not living in an apartment anymore. I'm not living in a hotel room anymore. I need a house.
I'm tired of running.
I don't care if it's it can be completely unremarkable, but I want a house.
Stop and get out of the car. And he's like, it's only been 2 days. She's like, yeah, it's been 9 years of this. But we're on the run. We're gonna get arrested. I know, but I need to go be a doctor. And he's like, go be a doctor. And she's like, fine.
It's almost 2008. There's a movie we have to catch up to.
She goes and she's like, I'm going to be a doctor. And then
be very self-aware.
They break up a little bit.
Yeah.
And Mulder's like sleeping in the shack, like behind their house, because he doesn't want to get caught. But he's like, there, the XXX.
And you can kind of do parody, like very self-aware lines that of things we know that are gonna happen in 2008, 2016, 2018. So you can be self-aware.
You're like, we have to find William.
Yeah.
No, we don't. We don't want to find him.
What do we need William for?
It's only been 2 days this trip.
Did they even talk about William in the movie in 2008?
Yeah, he says in bed they talk about her.
Yeah.
Him. Sleeps in the barn.
Yeah, we spent too much time together.
She goes to be a doctor because he says go be a doctor, and he tells her to go be a doctor.
Yeah.
But then he can't get away from her. He has nowhere to go.
Mm-hmm.
So then eventually she calls him like 2 hours later, and she's like, "Why don't you just come here? Nobody will know. If anyone answers the door, I'll hide you in the closet."
Right. Or
so they come knocking on her door. Where's Agent Mulder? He's not here. I'm like, okay, they leave.
You can have that scene. Scully comes home from work.
He shot himself.
He's been on the couch. He's still Scully comes home from work and he's still in his pajamas. And he's like, "Have you been in your pajamas all day?
When's the last time you took a shower?
When's the last time you took a shower? Why don't you at least get like a part-time job at Starbucks?
Like, oh.
Go get some free coffee and some benefits.
Start falling on his head.
McDonald's, go do something. Go be a librarian. Go volunteer at the fire department. Go do something with your life.
What am I supposed to do, Scully?
Yeah.
I can't be anything. I'm wanted. I'm just gonna sit in my corner and look at the internet stuff.
Mm-hmm. Why don't you become a YouTuber? Mulder's YouTuber years.
That was like the very beginning of YouTube in 2000.
Okay, you can write it. Mulder becomes a gamer for a little bit.
Mulder.
And gamer Mulder.
Just have Mulder with the fox head on.
And he can make the face. I'm making the face.
No, just the fox head.
Yeah. That's right. He's undercover.
I'm making the panic face.
Fox is undercover.
He's undercover with the fox head.
Hey, Scully, I'm making the face.
Mulder man, barista.
What's this Fortnite? I'm still playing Call of Duty. Get it? Duty. I just made a dad joke. Barista Mulder, yeah. That could be a whole episode, Barista Mulder. Barista, and then he stomps off and says, "I quit." That every week Mulder has a different job. Every week Mulder has a different job.
Well, don't forget.
That's season 7.
Super Mulder World.
Super Mulder World. Oh no, this our little creative roundtable here.
Mulder.
Oh man.
Fortnite.
That'd be funny.
And he does all the dances.
Did you see the SNL Fortnite sketch?
Yes.
That was great.
He's like doing all the Fortnite dance. He's like, "Scully, look what I learned." She's like, "Wait, Mulder." He's like, "What's up?" She's like, "Are you actually playing the game?" He's like, "No, but it does all these dances." Like, that's the SNL sketch.
Mm-hmm.
The SNL sketch.
Is this Agent Fox Mulder? No, because you fired me. Duh. Going back to playing Call of Duty now. Mulder builds an entire world on Minecraft.
Oh my god. Mulder builds an entire world, and you know how you like build all these little huts with dogs and cats? He's got like aliens.
Mulder's got a Minecraft farm.
Yeah, instead of the dogs and cats,
and they've all been
alien hybrid dogs.
They've all been butchered by aliens. They have alien
He's like, see, there's zombies in this. I told you the zombies exist.
Animal mutilations, cow mutilations by aliens. He's got crop circles. Oh yeah, we are so on to something.
Minecraft.
Do like a 1 minute episode every week. Do like a 1 minute episode.
I don't understand Fortnite. I mean, I can't get into these games. I just like Mario Kart though. We're good. I can do that.
Mulder tackles Minecraft. He's been doing nothing but Minecraft for a month, and Scully comes home from work.
She's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Digging." What have you been digging for like 2 months now?
Look what I've discovered.
Like I built a hut.
It's on an underground river. It's an underground river, Scully. You know what that means? We could have plumbing. I think we're onto something.
Oh.
And now Albert is now like the next door neighbor.
And then he gets on.
You need to have an annoying neighbor. He gets
online and he's like playing with everyone. And
Skinner is the annoying
trash
neighbor.
Talking all these like 13-year-old kids.
Skinner moved in next door, not realizing it. And he comes over to borrow some sugar. They're like, oh my God, it's you guys?
Oh, that's right. You know, and Mulder's the type to like put like a little piece of tape over his webcam.
Mm-hmm. He does it.
Yeah, bro, you should stream Mulder. Insert monologue about the state. Bro, that's legit.
Bro, you should stream. Insert monologue about deep state. Yeah. Oh, we gotta do it. Oh my God. Oh, I'm so ready. If you write, I do think 2-page scripts. You know, 2-minute scripts, and we shoot them as like little mini episodes, and each episode's a week in their life. You know, they're going through. But you know, we can have like season 1 is nothing but they're in a different town every week. And then when they finally get to the
Mulder's
house.
really bad with technology.
Or we can go backwards.
He tried to film the were-lizard on his phone and ended up being look like one of your photos.
Mulder Scully, this is
like a photo
us
wall takes for Instagram.
2007.
This is one of your Instagram photos.
Bunch of selfies.
No, not even that. Just like completely blurry, and you're like, what am I looking at?
Yeah. That's the opening sequence. They replaced the badges Mulder Scully
with Mulder
selfies.
But they're all blurry.
Yeah.
Or like
Fox
monsters.
Mulder.
She's like, look, I got this great cake.
Fox Mulder, unemployed, selfie taker. It's the opening credits. Oh no, we're going to hell for this. We're gonna have fun doing it.
And empty energy drink cans, sunflower seeds.
So Scully, we have to recycle. We can't mix our plastics and our paper. Don't you understand? That's what they want you to do. They expect it. We got to recycle. Gotta have the crumbs in the butter. Yeah, I think this is good. Mulder Scully, this is us.
Like, I feel like Mulder wouldn't. It's weird because, like they can track and like hear. They say, Big Brother's listening to you through your phones, through your TV, through your cable box, like all these conspiracy theories, whether or not it's true or not. But like, they can hear everything. So he I can see him. He did never do this because in season 10 or 11 he didn't do this. But like I can see him destroying every single piece of technology because he's like, no, they can. He's like just blows it up with his gun. She brings something and it's like, no. She's like, hey, I got a cell phone. He's like, no. He like blows it up because he's like, no, they're listening. I know they're listening.
So that's the other
she
twist.
Gets to the cable guys come in and put the cable box in. He's like, great, thanks, Scott. And then
at the end of every episode,
he blows it up.
you just figured something out that works. At the end of every episode, at the end of every episode, there's a scan out to 2 people.
Mulder smacking a talking child.
There's 2 FBI agents or NSA agents. There's two super soldiers.
Is that your mom?
No, check. This is genius. At the end of every episode, there's a 15-second bit, 10-second bit, and it's 2 super soldiers posing as NSA agents that are listening into everything they do. And that's their whole assignment. And they're like just reporting in. Nothing new to report. Or apparently the sunflower seeds weren't good this week. That they have a report to do at the end of each week.
Right.
So it's Mulder Scully, this is us, they're just domesticated, they're on the run, they're in the house.
Minecraft.
And there's just 2 people saying, yeah, nothing new to report, sir. Okay.
2 weeks later. He's still playing Minecraft.
Yeah.
It's like this Skinner.
Yeah. He's finished one world.
Yeah. He knitted.
He picked up knitting.
He cooked a chickpea.
Mm-hmm. He found a cat under the porch and brought it in and gave it a home.
He's feeding the feral cats.
The fox is now a cat person. I like.
So we're fighting with the 12-year-olds.
Yeah. No, it'd be a little, almost like the end of Mork and Mindy. It's a little coda. Yeah.
Is that your mom on the other end?
Or maybe you do what they do in Better Call Saul. It's just the first
Scully,
episode and the last episode.
With a child. He's like, yeah, but he destroyed my hut.
That's right.
Mulder, like, I see that happening.
Mm-hmm.
I'm arguing with a demon. The other end, it's like a little kid.
And then you can bring in old characters from time to time, just in random ways. You're at Costco.
Lone gunman ghosts.
Yeah. You're at Costco and you run into
Fluke Man?
Small Potatoes or one of those guys, the dog, or the Conundrum, or one of these crazy characters. And he said, "Hey, I haven't seen you in
went to jail
20 years." Yeah, at some point, but he might have gotten out. It says, "Oh my God, you got out!" Yeah, good times.
I don't know. Technically, he was a rapist, so
that's
that
true.
didn't work out.
That's true. Yeah, that's probably not a good one. Let's stay away from rape.
Yeah, we'll stay away from that.
Oh, we'll stay away from that stuff. Yeah.
On that note, I like this idea.
Oh, it's a winner.
We always come up with a new idea at these talks.
It's a winner. Oh, we've got ideas.
At least
we
got
ideas.
Spend like 40 minutes talking about barbecue.
No, I could.
You did.
Yeah.
You did in the last discussion.
Yes, big sale on the seeds. I love it. Yeah, there's seeds all over the house. He's got piles of seeds. He never cleans up after his seeds.
That'd be so annoying.
It's like Dreamland. She always comes down. He fell asleep on the couch and there's porn on TV.
That's annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Not that part, but the seeds.
The seeds, yeah. And one or the other.
The shells.
One or the other you can deal with, but all right, I'm ready for it. I'm not kidding either.
You sent me something.
You send it over.
I'll do something with it.
She'll animate it. We'll voice it. We'll figure it out. We'll kick this stuff out because this is easy. You don't have to worry about the music and the lining up as much. That's harder to do.
Yeah, that was hard.
Yeah, because with the music, you have to line it up and then pull it together. You could just animate it and record it into that clip probably and bring it in. Yeah,
well, the animation software I use it has an automated thing when you talk, but it's not precise. So I had to go in and make it precise because it was making it talk to when they weren't singing. Like if you played on piano, it would just go, and I was like, wait, I don't want his mouth moving right now. He's not singing.
And with the voiceover work, you could do one line at a time and get it clean. You know what I mean? For
go work on something.
Yeah.
Do it. I'll do. Yeah, no, do it.
Send us a script tomorrow. We'll have it ready for next Monday.
Well, I don't know about that, but send us something and we'll start.
We have a lot of other videos to edit, I guess.
Yeah, I got a few things at that, but I'll start something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, start wherever you want to start. We have 1,000 ideas.
There isn't a need for people that want more because I've been wanting to do something more with those characters and the animated characters. I was thinking of redoing scenes and doing them with those characters how they should have happened, like a couple of moments in the series where how they should have happened. But I like the idea of doing the filler between season 9 and 2008, everything that happened after that.
It's 2000 because
nobody knows what happened. I think it's crazy. And the crazy cats.
It's moving in day.
All this like silly sitcom stuff is funny.
You got to do like sitcom zooming.
No, you have to do you have to do them on the run for like 2 or 3 days until they're like, we need a house. She's like, we need a house. Fine, go be a doctor. Fine, I'm going to be a doctor. Fine, I got a job.
Games on Minecraft.
Yeah, we're going to go to bed. It's getting late.
Oh, I could sleep. No, this is exciting. I'm ready to do this. I'm like, the problem is when I get an idea, I got to do it. And if I don't do it now, I'm going to procrastinate. So give me a script. We'll start voicing it this week. And I think that'll be a pretty quick thing to do. We just got to get some backdrops and you got the artwork now. You figured out how to do the animation side. I think it'd be a much quicker process than the last video we did.
Well, you can do the comic strip there, the comic book thing, or like a episode thing. The Minecraft we could do too. I just don't think I have the game, so I'd have to get the PC version and do that. Right.
Well, you could just have them sitting at a computer. You don't even have to show the game itself.
True. That's true.
Yeah. Or you could probably find stock footage of it.
Yeah. Oh, it's all over YouTube. You have to use someone else's
Yeah, ask somebody to use theirs and give them,
Kate
give them
has
a credit.
that probably.
Oh yeah.
But Kate's wide awake now.
If you're like me, when you have an idea, I'll be up all night writing it. So
what sleep?
I know.
Sleep between the 3. That's crazy. I need my sleep or else I'm not good.
Mm-hmm.
Not nice. I don't get enough sleep.
I need a couple hours of really good sleep.
But I don't sleep.
Yeah, sometimes I don't sleep really well.
That's why I don't do so well on some of these road trips because we get up early and we're like, let's go do stuff. And I'm like, oh.
You're not a morning person.
Not a morning person at all.
Hey, this is going to be fun. I'm excited.
Oh, you have the game. Okay, so you can send clips.
Cool. 2-hour coma, 3-hour coma.
That's crazy.
Awesome. Hey, you know, if you have 3 really good hours of sleep, though, that's sometimes enough. Although
not for me,
it was easier. I used to live on 3 hours of sleep, but that was 20 years ago too.
Yeah.
And sometimes I do these schedules. I forget I can't do it anymore.
I've never been able to do it.
We're starting a whole new topic. Let's go. Let's get out of here. We're going to go before we start a whole new
Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this.
That's our 7th denouement.
And I'm glad we had a fun discussion.
Awesome.
And yeah, I'll DM you.
In medias res. Start in the middle. That's when you start in the middle, like of the action, and then you kind of go back. Start in the middle, medias res. It's a film technique. Awesome. Hey, I'll see you guys later.
Left. Woo! All right, thanks for watching. Have a good night. Yeah.